will view themselves in the future. And to deliver us her class prophecy, here is the first honorable mention, Elise Evans, SC Austin.
When I heard one of the students saying, "I want to be a well-known surgeon," the future of the graduating class, school year 2007 to 2008, begins bothering me. Of course, I know that it is not possible to happen, because we all have our own ambition in life, and I know that God will help us to fulfill our dreams. 10 years from now, here is what I'd like to happen. I close my eyes and follow my dreams. I find myself glancing at the signboard, and I'm almost shocked when I heard and read, "You are entering Mvvs City." At first, I could not believe that I'm in the city of Mvvs. As I examined the place, I saw my contemporary Cheryl Grospe in one of the biggest department stores owned and managed by Miley T. Eloria. Cheryl invited me to go to Mvvs International Airport to meet her best friend. As she told me, she is now a pharmacist, working in Mvvs Medical Center, owned by conscious brain surgeon Giancarlo Savio. Caught unaware, we're already in Mvvs International Airport. I was very surprised to see our former classmate, Engineer Renny Martin Rocco, who is now the manager of the said airport. After a while, we saw Maria Angelica Reyes, who is a very successful businesswoman, now had just arrived from her world tour. Following her was bright and unbeatable dentist, Maricon Joyce Ignacio, smiling with her beautiful set of teeth. We greeted each other and had a short talk. After a few minutes, we decided to leave the airport. On our way, I happened to bump with a woman, and when I looked back, I saw attorney Charming Joy Rañada. She invited us to a dinner at the best restaurant owned by Grisel Angeline Binay. While we are eating, I noticed some familiar faces in one corner of the restaurant. They were Captain Eugene Radovan and Captain Andy Friela, who are now successful navigators. After eating, I bid them goodbye, and I decided to check in a 5-star hotel managed and owned by Brent Amor Celedon. The hotel was a 20-story building constructed by successful engineer Neil Patrick Luton, a successful architect too. I woke up early the next day and had my morning exercise. Passing along the National Road, I saw the prestigious University of Mvvs. Through the murmuring people, I discovered that the president of that university is charming Chris de la Cruz. As I continue walking, I stopped nearby store of yummy and delicious cakes and pastries, and I was surprised to know that it's owned by Arcean Arman Veran. I thought he took up engineering in college, but he ended up in HRM course. It also caught my attention, the house of painting in the city, and this was owned by Diana Yee. She invited me to see the gallery. Beside the gallery was a news stand where I bought a daily newspaper. From there, I've known that Ralph William de la Cruz was Dean of the University of the Philippines, School of Nursing. As I turned the pages, a very interesting interview caught my attention. In that interview, a lovely and charming fashion model said that she will represent the Philippines in Asia's Miss Fashion Model, which is sponsored by multi-millionaire Mark Jason Herrera. The said fashion model is no other than Weljoy Esquera. I also read in that paper the successful story of Ramon Rafael Tritasco, an Air Force General, who was appointed last night as President-Chief of Staff. After an hour, my feet headed back to the hotel. As I entered the door, I saw my friend, Aram Gauja, the president of MAAP Reading Magazine. He smiled at me, and he showed me the article he is reading. It is about the computerized X-ray scanner machine invented by computer engineer Martin Aero Durante. I hurried to my room and changed my clothes. Then I heard a sudden knock. It's my mother, Elizabeth, saying, "Anak, malilate na tayo sa graduation mo."